welcome back to my channel, Tall Amazon J, and today I just wanted to talk with you guys about my pregnancy experience and birthing experience. My daughter, she will be 20 months tomorrow. I cannot even believe it. She's the most amazing, beautiful, smart, intelligent light of my world. She's such a joy, and I'm so thankful. I totally understand why people are like, you don't get it until you're a parent. I can say it. And I just love her. It's like just crazy how that maternal instinct kicks in. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about my pregnancy. So my daughter was born in 2013, and so, you know, what is she, a Scorpio? Oh yeah, because she got that spice. Pray for me later in life because she is spicy. But I had a pretty good pregnancy. I believe I delivered at 29. I was one day away from delivering at 40 weeks. I delivered the day before my due date, and I remember I was scheduled the day before her due date, and I went in for my appointment, and I guess my blood pressure was really high, and so they were like, okay, let's just wait till after your appointment, we'll take it again. And they had done this like 3 times during my whole pregnancy, and then when they take it the second time, my blood pressure, it was perfectly fine. So, for some reason that day, it didn't go back down. It was higher than when I came into the doctor. So he was like, yeah, you know, it's just the day before your due date. He's like, let's go ahead and you know, induce you, and let's check the proteins in your urine. So, I developed toxemia. They found really high levels of protein in my urine. So my doctor, bless his heart, he's retired. I love him. He was the best. Well, I mean, he was pretty good. He's pretty good. He was like, just go downstairs because he was at the higher level of the hospital. Just go downstairs. We'll start the Pitocin. By the time everybody gets off work, you'll be in labor. It'll be perfect. Do I look like I'm trying to start anything without my husband being around? And my mama? You're tripping. So I was like, no, let me go get my husband off his job, and he gonna stay up here with me. So it's kind of like we knew it was gonna happen because literally that night before, we put her in our car seat, we got our bags packed, so I had to run out, get him off of his job site, and then we came home, grabbed our bags. I ate half of a sandwich because I'm like, should I eat? And he was like, yeah. Because, you know, in our labor and delivery class, they said, yeah, watch out. You want to get on the camera? Yeah. She's eating. They said, you know, make sure, you know, you could be in labor forever. Make sure there's something on your stomach, but not too much in case you have to have a C-section. So let me eat a half a sandwich. And by the time we got up to the hospital, I felt like crap. I'm not kidding, like dizzy, spots, everything. So they finally got me. And I pre-registered, and that pre-registering process was BS because it took like 30 minutes to get up in that joint. Okay, what I spent all the time pre-registering for, whatever. So they got me back to the room and hooked me up. I changed into my gown, the belly band, everything. She was taking my blood pressure again on the monitor. It was even higher. So she called up to my doctor. So she called up to the doctor, and he wanted to start me on some type of, this is almost 2 years ago, so I can't quite remember, magnesium bullisk or something like that. Lord have mercy. It was to help bring my blood pressure down. I had the Pitocin going. Just the effect of all that crap just like set me over the edge, and I was just like high as a kite. I was completely out of it. My husband's like, what the hell is going on? So, don't write on yourself. At that point, I had gotten up to go to the bathroom and was trying to hook myself back up to the monitors, and next thing I know, the whole hospital staff comes running into the room, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going to the bathroom." They're like, "We can't pick up the baby's heart rate anywhere." And I'm like, "What?" And my doctor comes running in, and they lay me down flat, and they're putting the little doohickey all over my stomach, and they can't find anything, and my doctor said, "We have got to get her out right now." And I'm like, "What?" And you know how it goes when your birthing plan doesn't go as usual. And it was weird because my husband, when we first were going to our prenatal appointments, he would come with me. Everything's cool, blah, blah, blah. I remember the day he didn't come with me, he couldn't get off of work, and my doctor said something like, "You know, most African American women have to have C-sections." Okay, like I've never heard that before. Nobody in my family had had a C-section except for my mother, and that was like an emergency C-section as well. I was almost 2.5 months early, and I was like, "You're so full of crap." It was weird. He never said anything else about it. So when he said that at that point, and I was like, kind of felt, and still do, and I was just so out of it with that medication and my blood pressure, I felt bullied and pressured into the situation. And I know you always have to have a backup plan, but I did not want to do it. And that day, like, I have been with my husband for now a total of 9 years. Around that time, we were together for 7 years. He just, like, manned up. Like, he was like, he took rightful, he's like, "What do I got to do?" You know, like, he was the best support system ever at that point. And we had to get all gowned up and headed off, and I tell him, I was like, "Call my mama. I need my mama." So we get in there. I remember the anesthesiologist was like, "We're going to give you a spinal block. We got to hurry, rush. He like tapped that thing into my spine. I'm not even playing. He was like, "Hurry up and lay down because all the medicine is going to go to your feet." I don't know if it was serious or he was just kidding, but before I knew it, my whole body up to my neck was completely numb. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. He's like, "You're not going to." I was like, "I can't breathe." I was like, "She's going to come and I'm not even going to see her because I'm dying right now." He's like, "No, your spinal cage is just numb." And I'm not even kidding. My doctor had me open like that. He plopped her up over the little curtain, and she was there. She was purple. I don't know if they never said that she wasn't breathing or anything, just that the toxins were making her heart rate go up and down, and eventually she would have had some serious medical problems by not getting her out. But I will say, from the time I checked into the hospital and laid down in that bed and had her, it was literally a span of 45 minutes. I could be tripping, but that's what it felt like. But I know we weren't in the OR for very long. I was just, really had my heart set on having a vaginal delivery. I just, I wanted that beautiful experience. To help my milk come in like super fast. And, I had done all this research. I did research before vaginal and cesarean, and, nobody ever thinks about the cesarean. And, yeah, I kind of still feel like I was robbed of my experience. But she's beautiful. She's perfect. That's all that matters. I hope in the future that I can have a VBAC, vaginal delivery after cesarean, with our next pregnancy. I hope that that's possible. Right now I am researching doctors in my area that have done that specialize in it. My insurance covers and everything. The healing process on my C-section was terrible. Terrible. Like, I don't know how people just like, I'm scheduling this, I don't want any other thing, nothing. I hated it. I got staples. My husband had to go back to work. I had my daughter on a Wednesday. His employer at the time wanted him to go to work the next day, and he's like, no, I'm not doing that. My wife just had major surgery, you know, and even though I was at the hospital for 3 days, when I came home, of course he was here on the weekend, but that Monday he had to leave to go back to work. So I was just by myself for a couple hours, and then my mom got off work and she came, but still, you know, they say you're not supposed to lift over 7 pounds. She was 8 pounds. So, you know, that was hard. God forbid I have to go through it again, but I'll kind of know what to expect and what to do, and I'm kind of in a position where my mom would definitely be able to be with me, and that would help a lot.
Watch it.
Yeah. Oh, you drawing? Oh, man. And so,
Right there.
yes, I just still, even being 19 months postpartum, going on 20 tomorrow, I still feel, you know, like they've cut those muscles, and it's still, you know, hard to build those back up. And I'm pretty sure after even just regular vaginal delivery, those muscles are still, you know, you still got to work with them. You know, I can definitely tell when I exercise, like, the difference. And it kind of took me a long time after I had the C-section to be able to exercise. I know after I got the okay, it still was just a lot. And so I really had to just take it slow, do a lot of walking. Like, I was trying to do T25 and the 21-day fix. Couldn't do it. I love Zumba. Couldn't do that. It took me almost a good year to really be able to pop it, you know, the way I like to. But, I mean, still, the scar, it feels irritated. It's keloid on one side where at one point I did kind of rip. I remember ripping my staples because I was getting up. And at the time we had a super low couch, and, oh, man. The things that I would do differently, but you gotta make do with what you have. And at the end of the day, you know, I am very, very thankful for my experience. It's definitely changed my perception. Let me tell you what, being a mama, giving birth, vaginally or getting cut open is not for a little weak person. You know, like, it's funny because before I had my daughter, it's like I kind of was scared of a lot of things, if that makes any sense. Like, I'd be like, ooh. But now, like, I feel like it's given me the biggest cojones ever. Like, I'm just like, I gotta make sure I'm like, you know, that model mom that's like, my mom's not scared of anything, you know. And every day that gets better, gets stronger and everything, but you know, I really hope that with the next pregnancy, I really can do the VBAC. I've been talking to a couple moms about it that have had it. They said it was an awesome experience. I did talk to one mom, and she has worked with a lot of pregnancies and everything, and she was just like, is it worth risking your life and or your child's life? But you don't know until you try, and there's risks with everything. But what I'm focusing on right now, eating healthy, which you should always do anyway, and exercising, which you should do always. But I'm hoping that that really helps get me prepared, and I plan on doing it throughout my whole pregnancy up until I deliver. And you know, having that healthy lifestyle that I'm trying to set, and my husband, he's setting, we've set that for our daughter, so she can have that throughout her life. Because you know how it is in our culture as Americans, we just do whatever, eat whatever, and I want to show my family something different. And I've shared that that's the kind of lifestyle that I lived as well growing up. Like, my mom always set good examples, like introducing me to juicing and vitamins and minerals and fresh fruit and vegetables, and eating, before it got popular, eating clean, before it got popular. Now that's what everybody's about. Like, that's what we was doing in the 90s, the 2000s. Like, where you been at? You know what I mean? This ain't just happening right now. We've been doing it. So I'm really thankful for my experience, and definitely when we have another pregnancy, I definitely want to capture that experience. I truly regret not doing it with her. I will say I was pretty dang sick. Like, that nausea, oh man, when it hit me, I even remember it, but that's it. I will do a little separate ramble about how we found out that I was pregnant and go from there, but thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I just love being able to share this and looking back on it. So have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye.